your beautiful friend, your well wisher, host, blogger, YouTuber is already on this very live streaming that I always used to conduct for making you people aware you about the condition that we all people are actually going into. So, well, plunging into the topic, I am really very, in deepest condition of, deepest condition of pitiful condition that due to the destruction, due to the devastation that we have actually Nepal have faced so far due to the continuous downpour of country Nepal in our valley so far, as well as not in the context of valley but also the autistic have get affected by that very reason. And I first of all personally and from my family on the behalf of other people, Nepalese people, want to give my tribute, give my deepest condolences for the bereaved ones, near and dear ones, and your family members. Okay. For the 2 days there were actually continuous downpour, and because of that very region, the condition of our country Nepal, especially inside the valley as well as outside the valley, have deeply affected. There has occurred a huge devastation which have caused the physical loss as well as other non-physical loss so far. And because of that very region, we people actually we Nepalese people who are spreading or dispersing around the entire world, have fallen into the verge of deepest panic situation. We are actually not happy. We are so much sad and so much uh, panic, so much touched by this very region. And today I want to talk about this very subject matter for you all people out there. You might be in Nepal, or you might not be in Nepal. It doesn't matter, but the information that I am displaying, or let's say I'm presenting, have gonna give you some of the pivotal, some of the essential informations that you people need to know more. Okay. So, beautiful people, if you are not in Nepal and you are still panic, and you have personally, you have first-handedly experienced losing your one family members, I have the best condolences for this situation. Though we Nepalese people actually are not related directly, or let's say we do not have any blood relation, but actually I don't care about. What I care about is the and nationality. What I care about the bond that we are bounded by our Nepalese blood. And in this reference, what I am so much serious and so much concerned is that in this very situation, we all Nepalese people should show our bond of consolidation, bond of strong commitment, our dedication, our sacrifice, uh, and our bond of love and support, especially to the family members who have been going through with such a terrible and such a challenging situation, such a misfit that have occurred from the nature so far. For this point of reference, what I have been internalizing is that actually our country Nepal, being a landlocked country, and the country having its historical pride and natural and culturally, the biggest case for the country Nepal have been going through in such a verse of vulnerable situation that we actually are tormented, we are actually overwhelmed and triggered with such a situation. And the reason that I personally consider is not just the reason that occurred by the country Nepal. For this happening, there are a lot of prime factors. There are a lot of other regions who have been contributing to occur to invite such a devastation in the context of Nepal so far. It is the actually the haphazard sort of urbanization, modernization, industrialization from the developed countries, the first world countries. And because of that very region, there has been felt the impact, the adverse impact, right? The adverse impact relating to the environment, like the depletion in ozone layer, and there has been the hole that has been created due to the emission of the carbon monoxide and all the carbon dioxide that have been emitted, that have been releasing from the huge industries and other the sort of factories, and they have ultimately have resulted and these are the consequences that we underdeveloped countries, that the developed countries have been facing its adverse effect. For this very region, what's my personal condemnation, what's my personal note of dissent for the developed countries and other countries, especially purchasing the huge sort of their economical sort of economical sort of their industries and emission of the dangerous sort of rage, and they have ultimately struck to the ozone layer covering that very part of the sun have been get worsened, and there has occurred the hole in it, and that very rays have created the imbalance situation in our country as well. And for this matter, if they are committed in their morality, if they have their sense of accountability for taking their irresponsible act of creating such a huge challenge to the nature, then my conviction and my strong condemnation for this world, this internationally recognized world who call themselves the power superpower of the world's entire universe, to take the responsibility for making this beautiful planet earth a hazard, and should help and should take that's very responsibilities and create this beautiful place to live in. As we human beings, we all human beings have equal rights to live, right? We have our that very right. So what I personally felt is that due to such reason, our personal rights have been snatched from them, and the protocols actually they are forming by themselves, and the discourses, the discussions, the meetings that they perform annually, that they perform semi-annually, quarterly, they haven't have its real impact on the developing country like Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and other India so far. So what's my concern for such occurrence of this very calamity, this very natural disaster has it's a huge contributor from that part of the country, that superpower of the country. So they need to take its responsibility to support, whether from economy, whether from their moral support, and they should take its responsibility to maintain and to make the world beautiful place to live in. Though there are a lot of people, delegations, there are actually taking concern from their side, but effective plans and policies have not been followed, have not been executed, and have not been felt in the local level so far. So because of that very region, it has impacted the livinghood of our continent Nepal. And at the same time, it's not my blame, it's not my actually complaint for this outer world only. It is also my note of disdain. This is my strong disagreement to the concerned organizations, people who have taken a huge responsibility for systematizing the condition of country Nepal, have taken responsibility of bringing this situation in our country Nepal, because the innocent people, the innocent citizen of our country Nepal have been spagoed, have become spagoed, and they have been sacrificed without any sort of without any sort of their sins, or let's say what actually I actually don't have this very shirtic word for to define, but actually all the urban development committee, and the government, especially Nepal government, and other home ministry should take the accountability for making the Nepal right now in this very condition. They should take their accountability to maintain the peace, and other balanced sort of condition for right now. So in this very region, all political parties, they are not actually giving their attention, they are not actually paying their moral support and other support add for those people. Actually they are in verse of vulnerability. They are actually they I now want to I want to complain the government is that just focusing on your personal goals, focusing on your vested interest is not the goal of the government that you are running so far. So if you are taking the benefits of the votes of, or let's say the franchise rights of the your people, then definitely it's your right to get people to be helped from your side. And this is only, I think this is only the reason we Nepalese people have been facing such a tremendous havoc and upheavaling situation inside the country Nepal, and the support actually they can do from their simple effort have been ignored. They are not actually interested in helping the citizens so far, and because of that very region they have been awkward you know uh, a lot of death toll. There are a lot of people who have ultimately untimely lose their beautiful gift of their life. And who is responsible for this one? You responsible? I responsible? You? Who are actually responsible? Yes, there is vice versa. There is a connection. The huge sure is from government is there, and more or less we Nepalese people are also here for less sure for inviting such a misfit in our country Nepal. Actually, the political scenario of our country Nepal is not in a stable condition. All the political parties actually they are guided, they are becoming scapegoat, they are becoming puppet. And the country Nepal, right, the beautiful country Nepal has turned into the buffer zone and has become into such a land of experimenting their political powers in our country Nepal. There is eyes of America, there is eye of India, there is eye of all the powerful nation in our country Nepal. Then where is our sovereignty that we are always boast upon? In a way why we people are not coming out from our home, and we are just compelled to live our life in mediocre, and we are just leave ourselves inside the suppression. Why? It's enough is enough. There is everywhere anxiety, there is everywhere depression, there is everywhere dissatisfaction. All the people actually they are here to utilize their human rights. And why we Nepalese people are so much mute spectator, and we have our tongue, we have our one brain, we have our one heart, we have our one eyes, and still we are not utilizing our sense, our common sense, our conscious sort of label to combat, to the fight for our rights. Yes, beautiful people. This is my suggestion. This is my, commitment, and this is my strong condemnation to make, our country Nepal, not like our country Nepal's government, kneel down in front of the Nepalese people and say, sorry, because it's their huge mistake, it's their huge blunder to invite such a miserable condition for we Nepalese people. Our glory, our pride, our sense of self-respect have been snatched, have been demoralized, and have been devastated just by the nature of these political parties, especially you know the so-called political parties. And we Nepalese people are also responsible for that. And in this note, I want to say thank you, and I want to pay my tribute to the my condolences to bereaved and your neurons, and my actually my Nepalese people, my brothers, my sisters, and also other people, though living outside of Konto Nepal, but they have, the might be, you know, uh, affected directly by losing your family members. And for that one, I want to, uh, I want to really, I want to pay my deepest condolences. And I don't have words how much pain that you have been accumulating in your heart, and the tears that you have inside your eyes. I cannot just describe into words, because sometimes the pain, sufferings, and other sort of emotion that we cannot just describe into words. And when we start describing into words the gravity, that sort of emotion will definitely gonna diminish. So beautiful people, thank you so much for becoming such a beautiful friend, a beautiful supporter. And you are always there, supporting, by giving me moral support, by subscribing, by commenting, and also by watching. Thank you so much. This is your regular host, and who is always there for contributing herself for the betterment, and for increasing the pride, and enhancing the pride of Contra Nepal through her, one effort, without expecting anything in return. Thank you so much. Stay always bliss. My blessings from my side, my dadu mamu, and blessings from my Contra Nepal will definitely bestow the boon that you always have inside your heart. Okay, thank you so much.